moment God created man, first thing God did is God blessed man. He blessed man and woman and told them, now you go ahead, be fruitful, multiply, replenish, and have dominion over all the earth. See, that was the purpose that man and woman had on the face of the earth. And God gave them blessing when He made them so that they may fulfill that purpose. But you know what happened is they sinned. They disobeyed God, and what they lost was the blessing. But God knew one thing, that it is the blessing and the blessing alone that will allow man to fulfill the purpose of God. So therefore He was always looking for a man who would carry the blessing forward. When God brought flood upon the earth, the whole earth was destroyed except Noah and his family. And God brought Noah out, and first thing God did is God blessed him and told him, go and replenish the earth and have dominion. But you know what happened after that? The corruption had already set in, and the mankind was continuing to get corrupted. And God was looking for a man who would enter in His covenant and who would walk forward with the blessing and carry the blessing forward to the nations. In the book of Genesis chapter 12, we see the call of Abraham. For a long time I was thinking the call of Abraham was to become the father of nations. That's right. But that's not the whole thing. The call of Abraham was not just to sacrifice his son, but the call of Abraham was far greater than this. Let us see in the book of Genesis chapter 12 verse 1 onwards. Now the Lord had said to Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto the land I will show thee. And I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and I will make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee, and in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Now, when we see this scripture, what was the purpose of Abraham? The purpose was to be a blessing to the earth, blessing to all the nations of the earth. And let us see in the book of Galatians. Book of Galatians chapter 3 and verse 8, we see this happening very powerfully. It says, the scripture foreseeing that God would justify the Gentiles or heathens through faith, preached before the gospel unto Abraham, saying, in thee shall all the nations be blessed. So what was the gospel that was preached to Abraham? In thee or in you all the nations shall be blessed. You know what that means is, God's purpose was that through Abraham He would bring the blessing which will help us to fulfill the purpose, the blessing that will make us rich, the blessing that will give us victory. He wanted that through Abraham that blessing may be brought to us. And now I want to show you one powerful scripture which will change your life. Why Jesus came on the earth? Yeah, there are so many reasons, but let me share with you one out of those many reasons. It is in the book of Galatians chapter 3 verses 13 and 14. Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us, for it is written, cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree, that the blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Jesus Christ, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. Why did Jesus die on the cross? Why did Jesus become a curse on the cross? That you and me might receive the blessing of Abraham. If someone asks you today, how are you? Don't tell that you're fine. Don't tell I'm fine or I'm good. Tell I'm blessed. Let this be your reply all the time. Every time somebody asks you, how are you? Say, I'm blessed. So blessed people of God, have a wonderful day.